The following may contain misplays, general inability to read, and smooth brain moves that may disturb some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on, everybody? Doc Genzo here with another duel video. Today we got DESPIA SHADDOLL Invoked versus DRAGONMAIDS. DESPIA SHADDOLLs are going to start us off with a branded opening. It's not going to get ashed, as the pitch is not for cost, so he waited. Summoning an Aluber, the Jester of DESPIA. Or Aluber, however you want to pronounce it. Adding a DESPIA, Theater of the Branded. Didn't know if the DESPIA came first or last in that name. Comes first. Activating DESPIA, Theater of the Branded. Explaining what the DESPIAs do is they are new cards. Using the effect of DESPIA to fuse the Iris Sword Soul and Aluber in the hand into a Despian Quiritis. Unfortunate that he had to get rid of that Iris Sword Soul, as that's a fairly good tech card, but we'll see how this plays out. Judging from the title of the video, you can probably tell how it goes. Activating Pot of Extravagance. I can tell you now, the DESPIA player does not yet realize in this tournament that his deck is more of a going second deck than a first, which is what really hindered in this tournament. We're going to banish 6 off this Extravagance, though. That's what the hands were for. And again, we have Aaron from Top Tier YGO playing. He is the one piloting the DRAGONMAIDS. Go ahead and give them a follow if you enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh content as well. They make some pretty good content, so. And he is very good at the game, so he definitely knows what he's talking about. As you will witness in this duel, as he normal summons a Parlor DRAGONMAID. Pitching off a DRAGONMAID Tidying, as it lets him send in a DRAGONMAID card from his deck to the graveyard on summon. Linking it off now into a Striker Dragon. Not using the effect to grab a Boot Sector launch, though. Activating Super Poly on the summon of the Striker Dragon. Using Quiritis and the Striker Dragon to go into another Despian Quiritis. Trigger was pulled maybe a little bit too early on that Super Poly, but we'll see how it goes. Banishing DRAGONMAID Tidying in order to special summon one back from the graveyard. Special summoning Parlor. Unfortunately, the DRAGONMAID effects do counter the DESPIA effect a little bit, well, Quiritis anyways, because of the fact that his effect can only be activated in main phase to make everything that's not a level 8 fusion 0 attack, and DRAGONMAID effects activate at the start of battle phase, so phases don't line up very well, as he special summons a DRAGONMAID Tinkek. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, as he swings over for 200 damage. Using Owlbear's effect in the grave whenever a fusion is destroyed by battle or card effect. Targeting the Tinkek. So Owlbear will have him summon himself. DRAGONMAIDS will set 3 and pass the turn. Aaron's playstyle tends to be a good bit of back row. It works out for him though, for sure. Back row is very strong this format. Just negation, floodgates, reactiveness in general, the whole 9 yards. Harpy's Feather Duster would be quite nice here, but unfortunately, we have not drawn a Harpy's Feather Duster. In fact, the top deck was a SHADDOLL Aerial. As you can see, there's different plays that can be made at this point, but unfortunately, seems like either he's not thinking of them or just nothing will advance the game state as he passes his turn. Or not quite yet. Trying to see if anything at this point will advance his game state. Attempting to go to end phase now. Looks like the turn will be passed successfully. Tinkek is no longer negated. Well, she was no longer negated at the end of his last turn. Parlor will send a DRAGONMAID spell trap. Sending a DRAGONMAID changeover. The fusion spell. Using changeover's effect in the grave to add Parlor back to hand in order to add itself back to hand. And then using it. Using Parlor DRAGONMAID and Phantasme. yugioh does not specify a DRAGONMAID monster, just a level 5 or higher dragon. DRAGONMAID yugioh. 3500 Omni Negate. What more could you want, folks? Entering battle now, as he swings with Tinkek into the Owlbear. Owlbear will be destroyed by battle. And then the effect of DESPIA. When a non-fusion fairy type monster is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard or banished, you may special summon a level 8 fusion from your graveyard. He's going to summon back the Despian Coritis. But yugioh will negate that effect. Bouncing herself back to the extra deck and summoning a House DRAGONMAID. And there she is, the House DRAGONMAID, as she swings for 3000. Setting another card and passing the turn, it looks like. As we draw for turn on the Despian side. And it looks like we're going to go to game 2, folks. He can't get a spell. Alright, folks, here we're on game 2. Normal summoning and Alistair to start us off real quick here. And that's going to get Veilored immediately. Chaining a Branded Opening to the resolution of Valor. Seeing if he has an Ash in hand before he discards. His discard, again, is not for cost in Branded Opening. pitching SHADDOLL Beast in order to summon Aloubert from the deck. Then Aloubert will let him summon, and Beast will let him draw a card. Beast will be Chainlink 2, Aloubert will be Chainlink 1. Trying to block any ashes or anything of the sort. Chain blocking. Drawing off the Beast, and then Aloubert let him search for a DESPIA, Theater of the Branded. Such a good card, folks. Such interesting cards to play as well. They're very fun. If you can't tell, that's me piloting the deck on the left side. Just trying to be vague about it, but due to my inexperience with the deck, as you can see here, trying to activate a Pot of Extravagance while activating a SHADDOLL Beast previously. The deck was still relatively new, especially the fact that it's more of a going second deck than a first deck. So, also, not realizing that you cannot go into that link off Alistair because of the activation of Branded Opening, which locks you into fusion monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. I will be realizing this momentarily. The smooth brain is strong in this game, my friends. And here we go, realizing that I cannot do that, as Branded Opening locks me into fusions. Aaron taking a look at the card. Surprised that it has a restriction, but it is a powerful card, so. We have two options here, folks. As you can see, there's an invocation in my hand. We can either go into Kaliga, or we could go into a DESPIA and Coritis. Or never mind, that is not an invocation. My bad. That is a Twin Twisters. Fusing off the two into a DESPIA and Coritis, as that is the only thing that I can go into, due to the fact that DESPIA and Theater of the Branded says you can only go into level 8 fusions. Setting one and then passing the turn. Looks like you're going to set the Twin Twisters there. Drawing for turn now on the Dragonmaid side. Normal summoning a Chamber Dragonmaid, searching for a Dragonmaid spell or trap. So we're going to grab a Dragonmaid Tidying. Now we're going to link off the Chamber Dragonmaid into a Striker Dragon. Again, no Boot Sector being added, but Dragonmaid Hospitality being activated. Summoning back the Chamber, but not getting a dump from the deck as there is no dragon form of Chamber. Looks like he's going to link 2 now into a Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Very annoying card to deal with, folks, but we'll try our best. As he sets 2 and attempts to pass the turn. At end phase, we're going to activate Twin Twisters, pitching our Pot of Extravagance in order to blow up his 2 back row. Drawing for turn now. Still looks like we haven't gotten much here, but we'll try our best as DESPIA is activated. Using SHADDOLL, Squamata, and DESPIA and Coritis to go into an SHADDOLL construct. Construct's effect will activate, and so will Squamata's. Basically getting 2 free SHADDOLL card dumps from the graveyard, or from the deck. My apologies. Deck 2 graveyard. There we go. Sending a SHADDOLL Schism and a SHADDOLL Windy. SHADDOLL Windy's effect will let him special summon a SHADDOLL from the deck face down defense mode or face up defense mode. Looks like he's going to set another Squamata. Always nice to get an extra pop, folks. Seeing what other options he has here. Normal summoning a SHADDOLL Dragon. Thinking about linking it into Artemis, but thinking better of it. Still thinking as to how he's going to get over those balls here, folks. As he's going to attempt to enter battle phase, but at the end of main, Spheres is going to put Construct back into the deck, making Alubear trigger in the graveyard as a fusion monster did leave the field by an opponent's card effect. So whatever, but the fact remains that he has to bring out something in order to have Alubear come out to negate it. So Parlor will come out, and then Alubear will come out to negate the Parlor. If this is a weird situation, then I agree with you. It is. Don't quite really know the interaction here, how it would go if Alubear would even come out, but we decided that he probably would, as effect priority and stuff took place. But thinking back on it now, Alubear might not come out. As if I am Chainlink 1, I will not have a target on the field in order to bring out Alubear. Yes, he does indeed target. Parlor getting a dump, which is interesting considering it's negated, but didn't quite catch it, so we'll see. Tiding is going to be banished to summon Chamber. Chamber effect is going to add a spell or trap. Adding a Dragonmaid Hospitality. Using Chamber Dragonmaid's effect at the start of the battle phase to return itself to hand to bring out Lorpar. SHADDOLL is then going to swing over Parlor. And then Alubear is going to swing itself into the Lorpar in order for DESPIA to go off to special summon DESPIA and Coritis once again from the graveyard. Returning to the hand is a bit of a struggle with the DESPIA deck, as graveyard, getting your fusions in graveyard is better as it leads to more recursion with Construct pitching Schism and all that kind of stuff. better play there more than likely would have been to link the construct off of the dragon in order to go into something, but then Owlbear would not have procced in the grave, so we never know. Chamber effect on normal summon will search for a Dragonmaid spell or trap, adding a Dragonmaid changeover. Yugioh is a very powerful fusion, folks. Do not underestimate her. And Coritis is going to get Kaiju'd with Big Mothman. And since it didn't leave the field by card effect, Owlbear will not be able to get its effect, as Kaijus are not card effects, they are a summon condition. And then Parlor is going to be summoned by the effect of Tidying, letting him dump. Then Hospitality is going to be activated, summoning the Tinkek back from grave. And then sending a Kitchen Dragon Maid to the graveyard, as the attribute has to match whatever he summons. Apologies for the glare around his graveyard. Activating Changeover using Tinkek and Lorpar, interesting choice, to go into Dragonmaid Yugioh once again. At the start of battle phase, both the Dragonmaids will use their effect to add themselves back to hand in order to summon those dragons from the graveyard. Which makes sense as to why he used Tinkek and Lorpar for the changeover. Now he is going to enter battle phase. Tinkek is going to swing into, or Yugioh is going to swing into the dragon for 1600 damage. Tinkek is going to swing into the Squamata. Squamata's effect is going to activate on flip, targeting the Yugioh in order to force it out. Yugioh will then negate the effect, bringing out a House Dragon Maid. I used to play dolls back in 2013, so I thought I'd be a bit decent with this deck, but there's still a lot to learn, especially with the whole format changes since then. Gotta adapt to a new world, shall we say. Kitchen Dragon Maid is going to swing over the Kaiju for 300 damage. And Lorpar is going to swing for 3k. Changeover is going to be activated in the graveyard to put Lorpar back in the hand in order to add itself back to hand. Activating Changeover once again. Using Lorpar and Chamber in the hand. Or to go into another Yugioh. Drawing for turn on the doll side now. Standby phase. Tinkek's going to summon a Chamber from the graveyard. Chamber's going to search for a Dragonmaid spell or trap. Adding a Tidying. Normal summoning Alistair. Attempting to use his effect, that's going to get Veilered. And you know what? Screw it, we're just gonna swing into the SHADDOLL to kill ourselves. Dragon Maids take the match.